Greetings, this is garthrs, the tireless adventure with another episode of Prison Architect. Now, good news is, Alpha 7 is out. Bad news is, I've got a lot of problems in this prison, and honestly, there's a lot of new functionality that I just would like to start from scratch on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit up the warden for a whole lot of cash. I'm going to go to a large lot, and I am going to make it happen on a grand scale with only high-risk prisoners. No medium risk, no low risk. I mean, we're talking cutthroat, maximum security, all the way. We're going to use a little bit of what we learned on this last prison right here, and we're going to shoot forward to the next one. I have had a couple of crash issues when I was playing with the options, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording, and once I get the options tweaked the way I want them, then I'll come back, and I'll be back shortly. And I'm back! It's crazy. It was lunacy, full-fledged. I'm going to go with a large prison. And what we're going to do on this one, this special occasion, this is a brand new Alpha 7, so we are going to go nuts. We're going to go freaking berserk with it. We're going to turn on Fog of War, which is good because it means you will only have visibility where you have guards or cameras. And I think that is good. I mean, as an architect, I'm not going to be able to see who's taking a poop. You know what I'm saying? So I think we're going to do that. But we're also going to kind of cheat. And by cheat, what I mean is we're going to go in and we are going to give ourselves a lot of money. And we're going to build a massive prison. And this prison is going to put all other prisons on the face of the planet to shame. People are going to walk by our prison and think to themselves, thank God I'm not in there. Okay, so let's pause this. Look at the size of that map. I can't even see the whole thing. That's redunculous. Redunculous. Alright, so let me go massage the warden's ego a little bit, and we'll see what we can get into. Okay, so I think we should be good. Anyway, what we're going to do real fast, and I'm probably going to take this portion and just kind of do like a speed build on it. But what I'm going to do primarily is build my prison around a yard. And I think that yard is a fairly good sized yard. So I'm going to actually, I want to make sure this is centered. So I have to say this is centered. So let's come from right, or centered-ish. And we'll just do 20 by 20. I think that'll be perfectly legitimate. Alright. And the rest of this is going to be prison. All of it. We're just going to build it in a stair-step kind of fashion. So let's come over here. And you can use your arrow keys to move around now, which I like. I wonder if you... Yeah, you can do it with the WASD keys too. Woo! I noticed that when I was trying to type in garthrs for the save name, when I hit S, it went down. I was like, oh, no, you didn't. So anyway. First off, let's take deliveries up 1, just so that we can have a nice, even material. I'm probably not going to do a speed build because I'm going to talk you guys through why I'm doing what I'm doing. This is going to be the job queue where they do the thing that I just asked them to do. Anyway, and then we're going to take a couple of foundations, and we're going to build buildings. And why would we build buildings? I don't have a clue. So we have 11 by 11, I think is good on that side, and 11 by 11 on this side. Oh wow, I already had it right. Check that nonsense out. These are going to be mostly storage right here, and then on the outside over here, we're going to have. It's going to have to. I guess it's going to have to be 5 by 5 because you need 4 in the middle. So is that 1, 2, 3? Actually, that's 2, 3, 4. So 6 by 6 is right. So let's add. I believe we want to add 5 to that, which would make it just right. And then on this side, we're going to have grass, ding, grass, and we'll do 6 by 11 again over there for offices. Alright, so these will be our main buildings that we're not going to want a lot of prisoners in. Now, there have been some changes which I'm kind of excited about. I'm not really sure what they are yet, but let's go ahead. Actually, let's go ahead and do that. We'll go to our reports here. We'll go to prisoners, and we'll turn them off for now, and we're just going to build. There used to be an X right here. What happened? Okay, and there's that. All right, we are unpaused. Our dudes should be coming. Here they are. They only got like 3 miles to go. So let's just leave that for now as it is. The second portion of this is going to be fences initially. I'm going to do 4 on that side and 4 on that side. And then we're going to come down here for foundations. That was one of my biggest pet peeves. So here we go, all the way up. Alright. So that's 17. So, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and put some more buildings in here just for a second. Give me a minute. Just so I can... I'm going to do rooms on this, and we're going to do garbage. Yeah, garbage. 11 by 6. Then we're going to skip 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to go 11 by 6 again. Just like that. And then we're going to come down here and select foundations and buildings. And we're going to come right down this. We're going to come all the way up here. And that is 60. So we're going to go... I got to scroll out so I can see this. We're going to initially do this 60 by 60. And this is going to be huge. Did I get it right? Oh my god, I got it right. Ish. 36,000 right there. Look at that. Alright, and then we will slowly build out from that point. It's like a whole lot of updating. The computer's like, God, get in my heart! Alright, so what we do need to do is get rid of this yard now because it's not centered and it's going to drive me crazy. So let's get rid of that yard. And we'll come to these 2 centers. All the way over here. I'm going to go out 1, 2, 3 from that. That was 4. And we're going to go up. We're going to go up 10 and out 20. Like that. And then we'll do 10 and 20 again, which will make it 20 by 20. You see? It's almost like I knew what I was doing. And now the yard is centered. Booyakasha. Well, the yard is centered to this building, which makes me happy. I like being happy. I like being happy. Man, look at that. Alright, let's go ahead and move, let's get rid of these and move our deliveries up. We'll make our deliveries humongous. Deliveries, we'll take it up to like right there, so they can unload all kinds of crap. And then we will put some storage right here. So 6 by 10 or 6 by 11. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 by 11. Boom. Just like that. Okay, so now we have storage and we have... That says yard. Why does that say yard? That doesn't make any sense at all. Why in the world is it all yard? Okay, that's deliveries, and this is supposed to be storage. I'm just going to make this storage, because I don't want it to be a yard. What happened? What happened? Look at all that. It filled up immediately. It filled up immediately. That is hysterical. Mo deliveries. Let's just take it all the way up, because it's gonna get nasty up in here. I just got a feeling. Yeah, that's probably gonna schmutz again, and we'll just get rid of this because this is actually making me nervous now. All right, so people are building their things. I just got to put doors in here, which is what we're gonna do. We'll go to objects, and we're gonna put. You know what? Nobody's gonna have access to these, so I'm gonna put regular doors. I'm gonna put regular doors here. One there, Yeah, I am totally lagging because of all of this. So I got 2 doors there. That should make me happy. And then we'll put 2 more doors. And there. And there. And there. So all those doors should make those rooms, and everybody should be happy. And that will make me happy. But we have a lot of building to build right here. So let me let this go, and then I'll be back once it's done. Alright, I know I said to be back once it was done, but just give you an idea. It's 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and they're still building. So what I did is I went ahead and I hired a couple more staffers that I'm going to fire. They don't know. Shh. They're not union anyways. Don't worry about it. So I finished out these 2 storage rooms. I laid some cable. Put some walls in here and set the offices down. So we should have the things that we need started, and we'll lay these out. We're not going to do any kind of craziness this time like we did last time, because I think, in all honesty, that the warden had too big an office. I mean, that's why he was getting freaky with his secretary. If you think about it, it's almost our fault. You know what I mean? It's almost. I said almost. It's almost our fault. Let's see. Let's rotate that. And we'll put that one like that, and that one like that. And I think put that one like that, and that one like that. And then filing cabinets are kind of cool. Alright, we'll just put that one in the corner, and that one in the corner. And we'll put these 2 in the corner. And this one in the corner. And boom. And everything is as it should be forever. And they're almost done. It's crazy. It's crazy how almost done they are. So this was 1, 2, 3. We need a fence around this. So let's go ahead and put this fence out. Let's say 1, 2, 3. So let's go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Ow. I almost went too far on that one. You see that? And skaboom. So now their yard is actually fenced in. And that is good. That is super duper good. I'm super duper happy about it. Man, this is taking forever. And as darkness falls on Southern Californian municipal prison system, the building is finally done. It's crazy. It's a crazy amount of whatever it was that took me to do that. Forever. Come on, dude. Everything's locked up. Stop being locked up. Okay. Objects. Large jail door. And we're going to rotate that 90 degrees. And we're going to scroll in nice and close. And get it to that. And then we're going to come over and we're going to put an identical one on the other side. Because that is how we roll up in here. Boom. Alright. So now they actually got that done. What's up, Slick? Comes down with his shirt off, strutting like a madman. Get out of here! Get out of here! God, that boy's skinny. All you need is some muscles, and you're going to be super hot when you grow up. Oh, you're already there? He's so conceited. I love him. Alright, so anyway. Yeah, the prison is getting done. Getting done up next. People just running amok, man. Look at them. Just running right through buildings and junk. They're like, ah, I'm crazy. But they're not really crazy. I mean, they're just playing crazy. That's it. They're just playing crazy. Boom. Alright, so looks like the building is moderately done. Now they're going to start putting these things in. The power system is going to be good. And what we need to start doing is laying out some prison system. A prison system, this first building is going to be required functionality for the whole prison. So it's going to look like a whole lot more than it should be when it finally does get done. Does that make sense? Okay. Alright, so, but then the rest of the prison will catch up and be like, oh God, it's barely enough. And then I'll be like, I just said that. I'm fairly certain I said that. Anyways, you need to lay your pipe. Lay your pipe, Slick. Right click to cancel. Not gonna happen. A refreshing beverage. Hurry, man. I like his flashlight. It's very flashy. It's flashy. Alright. I could probably get rid of some of these, I wonder if they improve the sound options. Audio? What? Oh no, you did. Look at that. I can actually turn it down. That's pretty awesome. Of course, I hope it doesn't crash like the last time I tried to make a change to the options. Okay, so everything looks like it's in order. So let's go ahead and put some of this piping in here. Go out to there for now. And there for now. I think that's how far I went. Yeah, okay. We'll just do that for now. I think that'll do it. And that should do it for now in this first section is what we're really going to be needing. So initially when you come into any prison, what are you greeted with? And aside from people with tattoos, you're greeted with some form of security. So I figure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that is brick wall. It's exactly what I wanted. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we'll just put one here and one there. And then we'll put another one of these doors here. These large jail doors. And we'll rotate it sideways. And what I plan on putting right here, I'm just probably going to station a single guard here. And he's probably just going to be the dude that checks ID cards. So I may even put like a chair there for him to sit in and read a newspaper and act like he doesn't really care. But you know he does. You know, at the end of the day, he goes home and he feels like he's made a difference. That guy. Yeah, that's who we're talking about. Okay. We're going to have 2 holding cells, and I figured this would be a good place to do that. So we have a brick wall right here. Actually, before we do that, let's come up here in the corner. And let's lay out some of these. I'm going to lay these out because this is the way it's going to be on this side. They're going to kind of mirror each other. Like that. I think this is going to take me down to exactly where I want to be. Yep. Okay. And then this will be a small solitaire right here. Yeah. These guys are definitely working fast now. They're like it's lunchtime and they want to do their lunching. All right. So this is going to be another small solitaire. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's going to be a 2-gapper. And it's going to start this way. We'll basically do this system right here like we did on the other one. And we'll go out just a little bit to right there. I think that'll work. And then on this side, we'll do the opposite. And we'll just have everything going around the middle. So initially, these guys are going to have like a shower room in here in the middle that's just going to be for these guys. And on the other side here is where we'll do the holding cell and probably another set of cells like this, only they'll be a little bit different in layout. So let's go ahead and build the holding cell now. I think the holding cell should be at least... Actually, let's see how big that's. 4. We might be able to... No, actually, you know what? Let's go out. Let's go out to 6. 6 by 8. I think 10 is what I want. 6 by 10 is what I want. So then we'll take the materials and we'll put the walls in here. Ah, that's not what I wanted. Get out of there. And then we'll come down here. And that should be good for a holding cell. Now, within the holding cell, we're going to have 2 stalls, 1 for a bathroom, and 1 for a shower. And the rest of it's just going to be whatever. So, let's see. Utilities. You know what I could probably do? Because I got a lot of these lights. I could probably set these lights up. I think we need to do that. I think I'm going to put lights in the rooms. I got 11. So let's put one in each corner like that. I think that would be pretty cool. Yeah, that would definitely be cool. That would get everybody their own light. And then we can put one at that intersection right there. And then I can pull all the stupid ones out. All right, now down here is where we're going to be doing a lot of the cooking and stuff. And how is it, what do you call it? Canteening. There you go. So let's go to materials, and we'll go to brick walls, and we're going to go right here. And we're going to go out 23. And we're going to go out 23. And then we're going to come down here. I believe that's what I want. Actually, let me see. Yep. Boom. All right. So this will be the canteen area right here. And it's a little bit big, but it's a little bit big for a reason. On this side right here, coming down this way, I'm going to do, actually, let me get rid of that. And we'll put that there. And then we'll do that. I think that would do good. There we go. That should work out for that. And this will come over this way to a boot right there. And then come up this way. And then the rest of this will more than likely be hospital. This is going to be the kitchen area. If I need to expand it, I can always take over the hospital and move it somewhere else. But this should definitely house the number of criminals to which we want it to house. All right, now, from what I'm hearing, one of the changes is a jail door like that can only be used by a guard. And I'm not sure I believe that. So we're going to find out. Because that doesn't really make a lot of sense, because you would put those on prisoners' doors, wouldn't you? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Or do you just like put like a regular door on it? I don't know. I mean, you probably could. I don't know how you'd be able to lock them in, but we could definitely make it work. All right, so right here is what we're gonna build our showers. And I think I'm gonna need, let's see, shower head, space. I'm auto saving. Shadows. Okay, so shower head, space, shower head, wall. Shower head, space, shower head, wall. I think that's, we'll put it right there. Shower head, space, shower head, wall, shower head, space, shower head, wall. All right. So I'm going to come to here. Like that. Okay. Oh, that's good. That's good stuff. All right, so we want to go up to there, and then over to there, and then over to there. That's total. This is totally working out. Totally working out. And then this little area right here will just be probably the main place for guards and junk. Okay, so until we can actually do some good with this, I'm going to put a wall there and a wall there. And I'm going to put a regular jail door right there, and we're going to just lock that off so nobody can get down that way. And that, I think that'll cover it for now. Because as you can see, the yard is enclosed, is encapsulated. And a majority of this stuff is as well. So let's get our utilities running. Alright, so probably into that. And into that. Should definitely work. Yeah, that should definitely work. And then we'll run this. Since this is going to be kitchen, we'll run it down through here. And then I'll run this over to here and up across this way and then down to there. And that should handle all the power needs that we have for now. But what we're going to need in addition to power is, of course, Vasa, which is super duper awesome. We'll put that in there. And in the meantime, I can start laying these out. Once they get the power up and rolling in here, I can show you how I'm going to lay out this stuff. Definitely, this is going to work out pretty well. I'm feeling good about it. All right. Initially, like I said, a lot of this is going to go unused, but it's for expansion. So as you can see, the basic build and layout that I'm going for here will definitely give me a fairly nice and compact layout. As a matter of fact, I probably have the materials to finish up this wall right here. So let's do it. This episode may be a little bit long. Don't be mad at me, bro. Yeah, that'll do it right there. I think that's the one I want. No, that is right there. All right. And 2, and then a line, and then 1, 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 2, and then a line. All right, so that is it right there. That is exactly what I was looking for. A nice compact layout, which gives me, in my opinion, quite a few options. Yep. Okay. Let's start some layout here. Actually, let's go ahead and, well, since we have this up and running, let's go ahead to our staff and let's see if we can get our warden. Oh, wages exceed daily budget, which I kind of saw that coming because I have a lot of these guys just sitting here doing nothing because I hired a buttload of them to finish that building. And you are going to get sacked, and you are going to get sacked. I should only have 8 of these guys, I believe, is what I wanted. So you're also sacked, and you're also sacked, which brings our cash flow back up. There you go. So where we can hire our warden. Now, our warden is initially going to wander around his office. And he see, what is that? I dropped this one, and he goes over. He's like, oh, I want that office. Yeah, he's freaking, you're a jerk. You're a jerk. Your mustache, you jerk face. Okay, now that we got him, we got bureaucracy open. So the first thing we do is we're going to go with finance. So we can spend more than we make. Brilliant. I love it. You could tell it's a government efficiency. It's just government efficiency all over the place. All right, then we're going to get with security, maintenance, and then health, and then mental health. That's the order of research as it goes right there. So let's go ahead, since we got all this laid out here, let's put some objects in. We're going to go with cookers. Now, initially, cookers, you only need a few. Let me see where the knob's at on this. There we go. Okay, so this is what I want. We're only going to need a few. Like, I'm thinking maybe 2, which should definitely help us out. Fridges is going to be kind of like the storage area. So let's go ahead and let's do this smartly, and we'll put it right there. So there's the cooking spot, and there's the fridge, the 2 refrigerators. And then, of course, we need a sink, and we're just going to, for right now, we're going to put a sink right there. That should handle that. Let's see where our utilities run. They run right there, so I'm only going to need piping up to this, which is going to be good. I hate that problem right there. See that? It's away from the wall. It makes me think I put it on there backwards. Totally think I put it on there backwards. And then we put our serving tables down. And prisoners only need a chair to sit down. So we'll put 1 there and 1 there, and that should definitely do it. And then in the interim, we'll take a couple of benches right here. We'll put them long ways, and we'll just go 2 from that. And we'll just do 3 on either side, which should be more than enough And what I would like to do until we get this up and rolling, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a wall right here with a door in it. I'll just put a jail door in it. Worst case scenario, I'll recover it later. This will keep prisoners out of that area, and I won't have to put guards on them. Alright, so let's start laying this out. Holding cell is up and running. In order for this to be an actual holding cell, there's some objects we're going to need. First of all, we're going to need a pooper for their pooping. I'm only going to put one in here. You probably would like to put a couple more. But if you put too many, people tend to start using them all the time. You know, like they'll walk all the way across the map to go use it, which is kind of stupid. If you ask me, but if you didn't ask me, then I'll tell you anyways. Hold on a second. Alright, I'm back. I'm totally back. I don't even remember what I was doing anymore or what I was talking about, but it is what it is. Alright, objects. Benches. I'm just going to put that in there. I'm just going to put that there, and then I'm going to put a phone right there. Auto-saving for serious? For serious? Anyways, put a phone right there, and a TV right there, and a workout bench right there. Let's just put it right there. Alright. So that should be a pretty good holding area. I mean, it's not crazy, but it is good enough. And then we're going to start building up these right here. My goal is, like I said, to have a maximum security prison. So let's see if I can do this right here. Door no entry. So nobody is in there right now, so let's unpause it, see what happens. Alright, so it's closed up, door no entry. We'll do the same thing over here, door no entry. Alright. Now we do need to put our... We need to put our water thing in there, so I totally brain farted on putting power to that. So we'll just go down there like that, and then we're going to come... Probably going to go ahead. It would be smart to just pull these out, I think, to right there. That definitely helps me out in the long run. And then, I know I don't need it, but I'll go ahead and put this out here anyways. That way it's not dark in this hallway. Alright, so we'll get that rolling. Let's go ahead and put some of these together. Objects, bed. Now, I like putting the beds in the corner with the headboard away from the door. I don't know why. I just like it. It makes me happy. And I'm only going to do these in sections, in batches. So that should be good for now. Alright, we also need a turlet, which I'm going to put right up here by their head. Because I'm a good person like that. And then we spin it to ruined. Put it down here on the other side. This also, if you look at the way the layout is, it shortens the number of pipes that I need. So there you go. There is that. I would also think that a TV would be handy for them. So I'm going to put a TV at the foot of every bed. Right under the light. And of course a jail door, which everybody needs lots of jail doors. Now remember, this is going to be maximum security. I'm not going to let any other prisoners in here except for maximum security. So let's put a solitaire door on this one. And we'll start laying out these rooms after we get the piping in. I keep forgetting the piping. Alright, so we're going to run this down to here. And down to here. And then we're going to run this clean across to there. That should do what's needed there. And then we will come over like this and bring this down this way. I think that will make all the difference. Oh, I forgot to turn this off of no entry so that people can get to it. Just in case. Alright. We'll go ahead and oh, I forgot to put the little ones in. The little ones. Alright. The little ones. And then, there we go. That should definitely make a difference. Now we also need our shower heads, so let's go ahead and just run that there. Oh, I meant to go one up on that. That sucks. I totally screwed that up. Alright, and objects. We're going to have some shower heads in here. Just like that, and like that. There's a lot. We're only going to do half at a time, so it's not a big deal. And then we can do our cells. So let's do that. Boom, cell. And this is going to be solitaire, E. And this is going to be shower. And that should be it for now. Now, canteen, the kitchen. That's what we need, those kitchen and canteen. So the canteen is going to be this huge, gargantuan room right here. And you're like, why do you need such a big room? Well, when people are eating, because you have to set a time for them to eat or the cooks won't cook. So what I thought would be a good idea, and we'll just go ahead and pull these three out right there like that, and that'll totally make the difference. Everyone is like, dude, that's a brilliant idea. And I'm like, totally. All right, so let's run this over here, and I'll just put our sinks along that wall. All right, so everything looks good, but you're wondering to yourself, why in the world do you make the cantina that big? Well, there's several reasons you want to make it big. And one of those reasons is because people are going to have needs that have to be met while they're eating, which is kind of gross if you think about it. So what you do is you come in here and you put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bathrooms or bath toilets in the canteen area. And right next to that, you put a shower in there. And people are like, dude, I'm trying to eat, and you're taking a shower. And they're like, don't judge me. I did a hard time. This will keep them happy as well, because if they have needs they can't meet, they tend to get upset. And you don't want your prisoners upset. There's reasons that you don't want your prisoners upset. And one of those reasons is they stab you in the face. So let's go ahead and bring this out here for no better reason than that right there. And this is starting to look dark in this corner, so let's just do that. All right, as you can see, I've already built a whole lot of prison, or not really that much prison, respectively, and I've used up half of my money, which is not good. No es bueno. This is definitely... I'm probably going to need a couple more larger pipes. Let's go out this way. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Like that, and like that. So did I put the grate in? I don't think I did. You need a grate or you get water all over the place. Alright, and then this next area over here, of course, you can have a couple of televisions. So you just put a couple of TVs here like that. And then you spin it around and you put a couple of TVs like that. Now, I don't think you're going to need phones. Actually, you might need phones. So let's go ahead and put what phones? Let's put just a bank of phones right here. Just one little bank of phones. And you can't make this a shower. If you make that a shower, it doesn't count as part of the canteen and they can't go into it. That's what I'm talking about right there. So kitchen's up and running, shower's up and running, cells are up and running, holding cells up and running. Warden's up and running. Accountant is going to go right there. She was satisfied with that. And the foreman's going to come over here. And he says, no, screw you, I want out of the office. And the chief is going to go right here. So we're all super happy. All right, our cash flow is negative 100. We have a need for guards, but we have an accountant, so we can overspend. I think this should be good. So I'm going to go ahead and take this back to no entry. And this back to no entry. And we're going to start with, we'll go back to bureaucracy, security. So we'll do deployment now that we have security and let him do that. And maintenance is going to go with clone. I think that works. Okay, so that should be good for now. Totally should be good. I can't think of anything else that I actually honestly need right now. Warden is doing mental health first for some strange reason. He was supposed to do hurt health first. Alright, but anyway. So let's go ahead and let's open it up and see how many prisoners we get. High risk prisoners. We can store 6. So we can, oh, you know, I could probably go ahead and set some more of these up. Let's do that since I've got the bedding. So put that there, and that there, and that there, and that there. And then spin it round. Crapper by the bed. And a TV at the foot. There you go. That's 6. Jail door. Alright, so auto-saving. Auto-saving. Alright, so we got a couple of hours until the dudes come. So this is probably a good spot for me to just go ahead and call it. And then I'll just start the episode off when they come back next time. I think that works. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed what you saw, please feel free to let me know. I do so love positive feedback. Hey, and if you have some negative feedback for me too, as long as it's delivered with a smile on your face, I'll take it. Take it in stride. I love it. All right, you guys are awesome. Keep it going all night long. $200,000, 108 gone, just like that. Have a great day. See you next time.